Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and this is the moment that a lot of you have been waiting for. We have Floyd's apartment in GTA 5, or also known as Trevor's one of his first safe houses, I guess. A lot of people have wanted me to build this on GTA, so this is going to be a tutorial video on how I built this apartment. But you can see I got the final product in Minecraft, but I'm going to take a different approach than what I've done before. I've done Michael's house and Franklin's house and Trevor's house. As you can see, I got some of his houses over here. But I'm going to be doing these videos a bit different than I've done them in the past. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, but without further ado, let's get into the actual tutorial part of this. Okay guys, let's get started on the first part of this apartment. And if you're playing on the city texture pack, which I very much recommend that you do, if you're playing on PC, I'm sure there's a download for that texture pack. But what we're going to start doing is I want you to get out some in-stone. It's going to be the base of the apartment, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this over 19. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there we go, 19 across. Okay, now what I want you guys to do is I want you to take this up 5, because this is going to be a 5 tall wall. So make sure to take up this wall 5 for the base of the apartment. Okay guys, now what we want to do is we want to get some dimensions to this wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this over 17 blocks. So we'll start here, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And we just want to fill that up to match the other side as well. So make sure to go ahead and do that. Okay, now what we want to do is it'd be a good idea to go ahead and close this off. Right now it's just going to be a square. Like I said, this is just the base of the apartment. It's probably the closest texture we can get to as far as the base goes. It's that rocky kind of texture that you see at the bottom of the apartment. So that's why I've used the end-stone for that. Let me get my swiftness, and we'll make sure to completely fill in this wall. And this will pretty much be the starting point of the apartment complex. And this is nothing hard. I'm trying to make this as easy as I can for you all. Okay guys, now what I want you to do is just place these pillars. But we got to make sure that the pillars are the right distance to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and count 22 blocks away from this point. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And this is actually going to go just to the left of that if you're looking back at your product, because we want this to be 1 block out from the base. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to make sure that this pillar is 5 tall. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 tall pillar. Okay guys, now what we want to do is we want to make our second pillar. So we're going to take this over, make sure that we go over 10 blocks. So we place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's our 10th block, and make sure to get rid of the rest of these, because that's going to be our second pillar. And we can go ahead and take this up 5 as well. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So there we have our 2 pillars. So now what we want to do is we want to add another pillar over here. And this is also going to be 10 across as well. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And get rid of these blocks so we can leave these gaps in here. And take that up 5 as well. Now what I want you guys to do is to get out some iron bars. And for these iron bars are just going to go in between these pillars, as it's kind of a fence gate, but we're going to bring them in between like so, and make sure to take these all the way up. Now we're going to get to more of the structure itself, and what I want you to pull out is some cyan hardened clay. This is going to be mainly our exterior color, but what we're going to do is I want you to find this pillar, this first pillar that we made over here that's just one block over from that base over there, and we're going to place this on top, and we're going to take this across like so, and what we want to do is we want this to go just one block past our base over here, just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of get the height of the building that we need to have. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that this cyan hardened clay is going to go up 10. So we're going to start here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can go ahead and fill in this wall, and sooner or later we can get to actually putting the designs on the apartment, but right now we're just getting the dimensions that we need and everything like that. Now, what we can go ahead and do is we can go ahead and make this a square. This is going to look really weird right off the bat, but just take it across like this. Make sure you go one block over, just like we did on, or no, actually, that's my mistake. Don't go one block over, but we want to make sure that those, pretty much just what we created over here, you want that to be the width of the building. So we're going to take this across and pretty much duplicate what we did on the other side, and this is going to stretch all the way around in a rectangle. So make sure to have this all connect over here so that we have one big rectangle, and you can go ahead and just fill this in, the 10 high and everything else. So I'm going to start taking this wall up now. Okay guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the balconies on. So make sure you have the stone block out, and we're going to take these balconies across like this, and make sure that this is going to be 4 wide. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, and make sure to go ahead and fill that in for the bottom balcony. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure to add the iron bars on like so. Okay, now what I want you guys to do is to add the top balcony, and what we want to do is we want to make sure that this is going to go 4 high. So we want a 1, 2, 3 block gap, and then start the balcony right here, and the balcony is going to be just like the balcony below. So go ahead and fill this balcony in, and then add the iron bars around it. Now we want to come to the opposite side that we have these iron bar fencing, and we want to make sure to add the balconies over here as well. So just come over here, they're the same dimensions, so make sure to make these 4 wide and fill them in and add the iron bars around. And you can go ahead and also add the balcony that's above this one. It's 4 up from this as well. So just kind of duplicate what you did on the other side to this side. Okay, now we're going to start to add the windows. So make sure you come around the front, the side that does not have the iron bar fencing. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some incisions so that we can place this big glass window. So what you want to do is you want to start from the left or the right side of the house, and you want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the gap you need. You want to break a block here, and then you want to make sure this is going to be a 3 tall glass window, and you want to make sure to come to this side as well, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leaving that gap as well. And then you want to start to get rid of this area that we've incisioned. So we're going to take this out like that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some stone down here so that we don't have the wall being part of this. So then we're going to get out some black stained glass, and we just want to fill in this area like so. Okay, now we want to come up to this balcony up here that's just above the balcony that we just put a window in. And we're going to put some windows in here as well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's count 1, 2, 3 blocks from each side. So 1, 2, 3, and you want to break a block, and you get rid of whatever placement block you have there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make these 5 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are going to make these 3 tall as well. So make sure that these are both identical. This one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whoops. I'm going to make sure that these are 3 tall as well. And then what I'm going to do is, just for now, I'm going to get rid of this blue area like before and just add some stone in, just for the appeal of it right now. And then you can go ahead and fill this side in with the stained glass. Now on this side, it's going to be a bit different. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we do something like this. If you can try to duplicate what I'm doing here, because this is going to be the actual exit to Floyd's apartment, so you can actually come out on the balcony, because this is actually where the apartment's gonna be. So make sure to add that opening for now. Now we want to come back over to the side that has this iron fencing, and we want to almost do the same thing that we did on the other side, but it's going to be a bit different. So we're going to come to this bottom part, and again we're going to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you just get rid of the placement blocks, and then all you got to do is get rid of this entire area like before. Okay guys, now sticking with this side of the apartment, we're going to make these windows a little bit different dimension-wise than the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the left side. So just go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll get rid of a block. And these windows are going to be 3 wide, and these are going to be the actual accessible windows to Floyd's apartment. So again, I'm going to get rid of this and make it stone down here. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this all the way in. Now over here, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over, and then make our incision right there. And this is going to be 3 as well. But what we want to do is make sure that we have a little opening right here, because you're going to be able to come out and walk on this area. And I'm going to get rid of this and make it stone as well. Okay guys, now we're going to add some of the windows in the side of the house. So what I want you to do is I want you to come to the, if you're looking at it from the front like this, come to the right side of the apartment. And we're going to come down to this bottom corner right here that has the cyan hardened clay. And we're going to count over 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to make an incision like that. Now we also want to make sure that this window is going to be too tall, so make sure that's too tall. Now this total length of the window is going to be 10, so we're going to make sure to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and just get rid of the rest. And then what you can do is you can go ahead and take your black stained glass and fill that in. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the window that's just right next to it. So what I want you to do is go ahead and count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and then make an incision right here on the 7th one. You can get rid of your placement blocks, and this one's going to be 2 tall and 10 wide as well. Okay, now we're going to add our third and final window on this level. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over, and then we're going to break a block, and this is going to be 5 long. And to know that you did this right is after you make your incision right here for the window, you want to make sure that you have 2 blocks at the end. If you don't have 2 blocks in the end then you messed up somewhere, and you're going to want to make sure to go back somewhere in the video and find out where you messed up. Now we're going to add the final window on this side of the apartment, and this is going to be the window that you're going to be able to see out when you're actually in Floyd's apartment, since this is the upper level. What we want to do is we want to come to this middle window right here that we've created, and if you come to the very right side of it and you count up 1, 2, and then on the 3rd block get rid of it, and make sure this is 2 tall like the others, and this is going to be a 5 long window. So we're going to go this way to the left. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we want to place our glass in like so. So step back, and this is pretty much what your wall should look like in the end. Now for this part, this isn't really that essential, but we want to make sure that we do it. We're gonna get out the oak wood planks, and then what I want you to do is come over to this side that has the iron bars, and we're going to add this across like so, and this is just going to be the ceiling for this little under area right here. So make sure to do this and fill this all the way in. Okay, for this part, we're going to put in some detail into this bottom base. It's not really that necessary, but we want to make sure to do that because it's part of the build, and you could actually make it accessible if you want. But what we're going to do is we're going to come over to this side that has the iron bars, and you make sure you're on the right side of it, and you're going to come to this base and make sure you go 2 blocks over, and on the 3rd block you want to delete it, make sure this is 2 wide and 3 tall, and if you don't know, this is a door. What I'm using right here is the spruce planks to fill that in. And then I'm going to place a button right there. If you want to, you can make this an actual door in Minecraft, and you can put it at an actual room in the bottom part. But for this example, with doors that you can't access on GTA, I just make sure to use planks and kind of make it look like a door, but you can't access it. Now we're going to add some detail, and I'm not sure what these are, but they are in the game, and I think they're kind of mail slots or something like that is what they're supposed to be like. But what I want you to do is, let me drink swiftness, from this door you want to make sure to come over 1, 2, 3. That's going to be just 2 up from the ground, and we're going to make this 3 long like that, and then fill it in with some orange hardened clay. And then just place some signs over the top. You don't need to write anything on the signs. These are just mail slot designs. Now, continuing with the design of this house / apartment, what we want to do is we want to get out the oak leaves, and these are going to represent the hedges that go around the bottom base of the apartment. So we want to start up front, and then we want to come to the very left side, and we are just going to add these on the ground and we're gonna surround it like so. And then you want to get to this part and you want to stop, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and add the hedges that are over here, and you want these to be just in front of the iron fences. And we're going to bring this all the way across like that. Okay guys, that's about all the time we have for this episode. We got most of the exterior done on it. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to finish off the exterior and we're going to start on the interior of Floyd's apartment. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you later.